at all the bees out and about. Look at this guy dancing up there. But yeah, I've been farming a bunch of these honeycombs here. Yeah, we've got a pretty good amount now. Just about almost 4.5 stacks. And that might actually be good enough to start working on our roof. So this was a task that I was going to do last episode, where I was going to try and make a gradient on our roof here with the copper, starting from the orange and then going down to the oxidized, the green at the bottom. But we didn't have enough wax at the time, so I spent some time in between episodes here at the beehive, or the bee farm, or the plant nursery, or whatever. I've just been calling it so many different things. We don't have like a definitive name for this building yet. But hopefully 4.5 stacks should get us pretty far. I mean, we do have quite a bit of copper here, and of course the very bottom little area here is just going to be the green color, so that doesn't really need wax. But 4.5 stacks, I mean, hopefully that should be enough. We'll see. Now the thing is, I probably don't want to use my diamond axe for all of this is it called stripping? Like stripping the rust off, I guess. That would end up taking a lot of durability out of my diamond axe. So let's quickly just make a spare stone one. We do have this little iron one, but it's only got 73 durability left. A quick little stone axe should be our backup. And yeah, we'll just use these two to strip off these copper blocks. There we go. We could just slide out of this window here, and then I've got a stack of dirt. Now we can just kind of scaffold around. I'm probably going to start near the top here, and this is going to be where we're just going to have it pretty much fully oxidized, fully orange. I don't really want to have like any too much symmetry going on here. I kind of want it to just feel a little bit more natural with the oxidation process. You can kind of get the idea. Actually, we might need to do a little bit more orange up there. Yeah, we're probably going to need to do a lot more orange, actually. That's like barely any. So we'll probably come down maybe like 3 blocks of orange, and then 3 blocks of the second stage. It'll probably end right here. And then we'll have the third stage and kind of scatter in some of the bottom as well. Remember when I said 4 stacks of wax would probably be enough for our roof? Well, this is all we have to show so far. Yeah, we pretty much only have a quarter of the roof done, and then we were completely out of wax. And look, you can even see up there, I started missing some spots up there. But it kind of works out, because while I was doing this, I was actually trying to explain the process of like my method here. And I don't know if I was just like so focused or whatever, but I just could not form like a pretty coherent sentence. So I figured now would be a good time to where we can come on here and I could just kind of explain to you guys what we've got going on. I mean, it's pretty simple, but like I mentioned earlier, we're trying to keep it pretty organic and asymmetrical. So you can see we've got like a bunch of varying heights. Like this is the second stage of copper right here, and you can see where it ends on the Y level, but over on this side, it ends all the way down here. And that goes for all the different stages. Like look, we have the completely orange stage all the way down here. And obviously, you know, all the way to the top and stuff. But yeah, it just ends at varying Y levels. And so all throughout the process, we'll keep following those sort of rules like that. And yeah, like I said, we have a couple of little spots where we missed some here. And even this little block right here, this is the last stage. It's not supposed to be the last stage. So like another rule that I created was that each stage has to be directly adjacent to the next stage. So pretty much that just kind of means that the next stage of copper has to be touching the previous stage, I guess, if that makes sense. Basically, we can't have jumps in stages. It's all supposed to just kind of flow down. So whenever you have like these little random splotches of like green here, and I think even right here, this block kind of breaks the rules because it goes on a diagonal. We're trying to avoid things like that. We're trying to keep it all kind of in splotches, in groups, you know. I think it'll just help make the gradient flow a little bit better. It'll kind of, I don't know, transition, I guess, a little bit easier on the eye. But as you can see in my inventory, we have a bunch of wool here. So actually, after I finished all that wax, I spent a lot of time, I was just watching a live stream and running around in my world. And I just spent a lot of time here at the beehives, collecting all of this wax. And now we have like 9 stacks. And then I figured while the bees were still pollinating, I would come harvest some crops here. So I'd harvest a few crops. I went and visited the natural beehives over here that we have in the forest over there. And then I'd make my way over here towards our new temporary or temporary, second temporary cow farm, whatever you want to call it. And I built a little sheep farm here too. And I just dye them a bunch of random colors just in case if we ever need them. You know, they'll be here for us. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing, spending my time doing. You know, I bred up a couple cows, killed a couple so that we could get some more leather. Basically, just trying to keep myself productive as we wait for more honey to come in. But with 9 stacks of honey now, hopefully we'll be able to kind of replicate this on the other sides of the roofs. I don't know if 9 stacks will be enough. If it's not, then, you know, I'll probably have to spend a little bit more time gathering honey and doing our little chores around here. But yeah, I'm gonna clean out my inventory because this is starting to look like a mess here. And yeah, I'll go on ahead and get to work and try and finish up the rest of the roof. Well, this roof actually took way longer than I would care to admit, and the process actually kind of reminded me of a painting class that I took in college. It really reminded me of that painting class because in that class, whenever we're doing a painting, like after we get so far into it, our professor would always say to, you know, take a few steps back and just look at the painting and see kind of what it needs. And when I was up here on the roof, it really felt like I was painting because I'd be up here and, you know, I'd be waxing, do, and then I'd go in free cam and I'd take a step back and I'd be like, okay, yeah, this orange block is looking good. Maybe we need to make it come down one more. And so then I would make it come down. I mean, I think I have it pretty good where it is right now. But just for an example, yeah, that's kind of how I was thinking. And I did that all throughout this roof here. I just constantly like wax 3 blocks, hop in free cam, take a look back, and I'd see, okay, am I liking the shape here? Do I like how it comes up? Like, am I liking how I have the 3rd stage coming all the way down and coming to the left? Does it need to come a little bit to the right? Just things like that. You know, I kind of abused the free cam mod a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, it was just a funny little story, kind of reminded me of painting. And you guys probably saw, I did add some lanterns to the tops up there, and I think this roof actually came out great, especially from a distance. Like, let's go over here and look by the tower. You can kind of see, like, just how the gradient works, right? All the colors really start to blend in, especially from a distance like this. And I guess it's not fully done because we still have our little awning that we made in the previous episode. I'm probably gonna wait for that to get fully green, and then, you know, I'll probably just do that on its own. Probably just following the same technique that I did for the main roof. But with that being said, I think we deserve to go on a little bit of an adventure here. As I did mention in the last episode, we are in 1.21 now, so we do have access to the trial chambers, new dogs, armadillos, and just a bunch of cool stuff, right? I think I'm actually gonna steer off of the trail here and head back towards spawn, because over in that direction we didn't really explore or render any of the new chunks. And you guys might have caught on to this, but I didn't really do a whole lot of exploring yet in this world because I knew I was going to update to 1.21 soon, and I didn't really want to, you know, render in chunks as 1.20. I wanted to wait until we updated so that we could have easier access to the new stuff. You know what? I actually think I need to go back home real quick and prepare a little bit better. I should probably bring some bones if we're going to be looking for the new dogs, and maybe like a brush or something. Alright, got some bones, got some brushes, and I got some leads too, just in case. So, alright Bleakman, you take care of the house, alright? I'm gonna go on an adventure. Let's go see what this beautiful world has to offer. This place is crazy. A new dog. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Do you want to be friends? Yeah. All right, I'll call you Cilantro. Come on, Cilantro. We gotta go on an adventure. Nothing beats waking up to the beautiful sunrise here on your front porch. I just got back from my adventure and I think we had a pretty successful trip. As you can see trailing behind me, we have our brand new friend. And Cilantro's not our only new friend. We actually did manage to find an armadillo, as you guys can see. I currently just have him tied up over here by our wheelbarrow and stuff right now. We'll eventually get a spot for this guy. And lastly, you guys might have seen them in the cinematics there, but we have two more dogs here. I think these are just the normal forest wolves. But yeah, I found them hanging out together in the woods, and I decided to tame them, bring them home, and yeah, I think they're enjoying it here. So where's Cilantro? Coming inside, buddy. All right, buddy, this way. Okay, he's really excited. Come on inside. There you go. There we go. We got to go upstairs and show everybody what we got. Come on, this way. So I actually took 2 trips out and about, and you can see I'm growing some cacti. That's for, we'll be messing with that in just a second. But yeah, I took 2 trips out because my inventory got full the first time. I actually went pretty much how I said I was going towards spawn the first time. I went towards spawn, did a loop, came back around, dumped off my inventory, and then I went just beyond these mountains all the way out and eventually found like the smallest savanna biome, and fortunately they had the little armadillos, so I brought him home. But yeah, this is everything that we got. We did manage to find that cool little lush cave right there, so we got some cool stuff there. Dark oak, we've been needing that. Some acacia, it's always nice. And I did do a little bit of the brushing, or whatever you want to call it, by the underwater ruins or whatever. And got a couple fishing rods out of there, so luck of the sea one and lure one. Nothing really too fancy, but I guess not too bad. And since we did end up getting an armadillo, I think our buddy Cilantro here really wants a pair of armors. So if I could figure out, yeah, we're going ahead and make some wolf armor. And I bought this cactus from a wandering trader. Only 1 cactus, but yeah, now we have 2 because I've been growing it inside here. And I wanted to dye it green because obviously our dog's name is Cilantro, and I think green would be a fitting color. Alright, there we go. We got some green dye, and then I think I can just combine it like that. Yeah, green wolf armor, and this is for you, Cilantro. Look at you. This is so cool, wolf armor. Now, I think we will end up needing to get another cacti. Once another one grows up, we'll dye it green. Look at how excited he is. But we need to get his collar green, because right now it's just a normal red collar. And yeah, I think it'd be cool to have matching collar, matching wolf armor. That'd be pretty cool. Now that we finally have dark oak, you guys might remember our little spruce trees here. Well, I received a lot of comments, and you guys had said to swap out this spruce for dark oak fences, just because the spruce kind of blended in a lot with the dirt. And yeah, I think the dark oak actually matches up a lot with the actual spruce logs too. I think we can finally go on ahead and make this change here. And I think this is going to make this area look a lot better. There we go. Sweet. But yeah, that's one thing we can check off our list. I appreciate all you guys' feedback about that. I think that was a really good suggestion to change all these little spruce trees. And another comment I got was to put a spore blossom inside of here. And we actually did manage to find one back in that lush cave. And I think, I don't really know the best spot to put it. I'm kind of thinking right here might be the best spot. Kind of above the bees, which is cool. And then, yeah, we'll get all these little tiny particles flying around. That's nice. I actually think the bees will go up there and try and pollinate from that spore blossom, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, they have tons of flowers down here, so it's not like they really need it. But yeah, it's a cool little option if they want to go do that. Is this guy going to go up there? Nope, he's just going back down. Okay. Well, it's there if they ever want it. Alright, well that's enough stalling. I guess it's probably time to start working on our next project, our big project for this episode. I actually saw a really cool area when I was out exploring earlier, and it's quite a ways away, just in that direction. You guys probably saw it in the cinematic, but I kind of want to do something cool and see if I can make like a fast travel sort of things, just so that you guys get a better idea of where we are in like relation to our house and stuff. So if we start by our house and head over this hill, then down through the valley, and we pretty much just hug the side of this giant mountain. But we gotta look out for the caves right there, and of course it starts raining mid-journey. But that's okay, we just hop in this boat here, and then to the left, we have arrived at our destination. Alright, I just slept through the night and waited out the rain so that we could have a nice clear day to show you guys. And hopefully you guys liked that little fast travel segment or whatever you want to call it. I'm not really sure how it turned out, but I know a lot of the times whenever I watch other Minecrafters and stuff like that, whenever they go to new areas, I kind of lose my sense of direction in terms of like where their house is and their new area that they're working on. So hopefully you guys have kind of like a good idea of the layout of our world here. But yeah, we found this cliff when we were exploring earlier. I think you guys saw it in the cinematic. And yeah, I mean, isn't it? It's just crazy, right? This seed has these amazing mountains, amazing cliffs, and there's not even like any terrain at the bottom. It's just straight cliff and then just drops all the way down to water. So this place will be a perfect area for a fishing village. That's kind of what I have in mind here. I've got like, I'm picturing just docks here that go all the way around this cliff. And you know, we'll have like different heights and stuff like that. Some areas closer to the water so that we can have boat accessibility. And then probably up higher, we'll have some houses. Of course, people have to live here, right? But yeah, I just fell in love with this area as soon as I saw it. Like you've got these amazing cliffs here and it just opens up straight up to the water. And it's even got like little random islands that just kind of jut out and stuff. So this area is just so cool. And now I realize I have to head back home because I didn't bring any blocks with me. So I'm gonna head back this way. And I think Cilantro got stuck in the water. He didn't hop in the boat with me. And he hasn't teleported, so yeah. Look at him over there. Come on, swim, Cilantro. But yeah, I'm gonna take Cilantro home. We're gonna go back and load up our inventory, and then we'll probably just come back here and start working on the dock. Wow, the rain in this area really does add a lot to this atmosphere that we're going for here. But yeah, as you guys can see, we have the dock finished, at least the main boardwalk pretty much. We don't really have much of the decorations in here yet, as you can see. It's just a lot of empty space. I did add a few little things like these little ladders here, just in case if you fall in, you can get up pretty easy. I wanted to do a lot of the decorating on camera with you guys, sort of like in the voiceover thingies that I usually do. But this is kind of what we'll be going for. We've just got like little barrels and chests and stuff like that, and this is supposed to be like a bucket of fish, I guess. But yeah, let's come take a look at these houses here. So first off, you guys might notice that this color palette is actually inspired by Green's Hermitcraft Season 10 base. He used some acacia along with the oak and the stripped spruce and stuff, and yeah, it works really well. And I also added some of these like oak signs and buttons just to kind of give it that sort of, you know, rickety shack type feel. But the inside's pretty cozy. I mean, we just have like the essentials, right? A bed, furnace, and a little bit of storage, some cute little decorations and stuff. But this house over here, the 2-story, this is kind of gonna be our main house here. I actually really like the way this house came out. It's got 2 entrances, back door right there with the awning. But we'll head into the front door and take a look. So pretty cozy interior. We've got a little area where you could store live fish before you clean them or whatever. And it's got an upstairs that you access with this little ladder here. Tiny little bedroom, nothing really fancy. And then this is like a little storage area. I figured we could just use this little storage shelf pretty much to store like our fishing rods or whatever. And yeah, I mean, like, just pretend that we're coming from our house, right? And we rode our boat over, we parked at the dock, hopped out, ran up the boardwalk, and you know, it's raining. This is perfect. This is a perfect day to go fishing, right? So we'd come over here and then we could grab our fishing rod, and I think I must have left the other fishing rod back home. For some reason, I thought I had 2 fishing rods. But yeah, we could just take our fishing rod, head on over to the docks, and go down by the water and pick a nice little spot out. We'll just go right here. And then we could just go on ahead and start fishing. The main reason I kind of built this area was because I heard about a little rumor in these waters. Legend has it there's a mending book somewhere in these waters. So we built this little area here so that we could go fishing, and hopefully we'll fish a mending book. We'll probably be doing that on a couple of live streams here in the future. Probably not much fishing in this episode because I've still got a lot of details to do. So before I get too distracted, let's just put that back. Probably going ahead, head to bed, and then I guess we'll start doing some more of the detailing. I wanted this dock to have a lot of life and energy and actually feel lived in rather than just an abandoned dock. I decided to turn this area into a bit of a marketplace here, where villagers could gather around and trade and sell goods. So I popped up a couple of market stalls and stocked them with some different supplies. And this area actually added a bunch of much needed color thanks to the wool here. After decorating the marketplace and adding a couple of other decorations around, I noticed it started to get a little bit dark. So I quickly came up with this little lantern design and placed them all around the dock. And now that our dock is lit, I went around the boardwalk and added some stockpiles of chests and barrels to act as storage for the fishermen. And since this is a fishing village, they're gonna need a lot of supplies. Down by the water, I wanted to add a few small little boats. So I found these really cool designs on Pinterest, and I decided to recreate them in our world. I think my favorite addition to the docks were these little tiny crab pots that I made using acacia trapdoors. I finished up all the details by adding some greenery to the dock. I figured a big custom tree would fit this area perfect, and I also made a few little smaller ones down on the lower levels. I'm so happy with the way this place turned out. It looks gorgeous. Like, I've been just driving around looking at all the different angles here. I'm actually in a boat here with cilantro, but this place, I mean, it just feels like, I don't know, I just don't know how to describe it. It feels really cool. All the detail here is just, it's so nice. Like, I'm not really sure who is the original creator of these boats. I've seen them all over the place. I don't really know who to give credit to. But the boats and like the little crab traps and just, you know, all the barrels and everything. Like, this place just feels so cool. Even here in the marketplace, I mean, we've got like somebody's just set up shop here and they're selling their pottery. Cilantro's just gonna casually ruin all of these crops probably. But yeah, a little fishing stall here. Somebody's selling weed. Someone's selling potatoes over here. We even have like over this way, we've got somebody who's selling honeycomb, I guess. I was just trying to figure out other blocks to add other than just like pumpkins and stuff. So just figured we had a bunch of honey. Why not somebody selling honey over here? And then the custom tree. I mean, you guys know how I am with custom trees, but I think this one actually came out pretty nice. I mean, I basically just started with the actual body of the tree, like all the wood pretty much. And from there, I just kind of started placing a bunch of leaves, and I left like a bunch of air blocks in between the trees, because you're probably not really going to be able to tell. I don't know why I'm zooming in, but I think it came out nice. And even down here, you know, one of Bleakman's friends kindly gave us a grass block, so I put one here and turned the dirt into grass and just made a nice little, you know, little park kind of area here. We even got some seating where you can hang out by this little tiny tree. Yeah, I think we did a really good job here. I'm actually, look, we'll even turn the shaders on real quick to show you guys. Oh, there we go. Okay, a little bit of lag there. But yeah, even with the shaders on, oh my gosh, this place is beautiful. I wonder what it looks like at night. It probably looks really cool with all the lanterns and everything. We don't really use shaders too often in this series, but for a build here on the water, I think it is very well deserving. Yeah, I think that's probably where we'll start wrapping it up for this episode. It did take me quite a long time to throw this episode together. As I said in the last episode, I did start a new job and it's been going really well, and now that I'm a lot more adjusted to my job, I should be able to start working on videos more consistently. We might even be able to stream a few times here and there. I do think coming this weekend, we'll probably start doing some live streaming here, and I do want to start fishing for that mending book. And I will make a little community post whenever I go live, just to keep you guys updated. But I think that's all I've got for this episode. So me and Cilantro here, we're signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, stay safe. Catch y'all in the next one. Hope you enjoyed these little night cinematics.